Hey guys, it's Sarah, and I am here today with my first layout using some of the Nicole Jones 911 Designs printable pieces here. December has been a month. It's been a little crazy for me. Things have just been, so up in the air, and things are changing constantly, especially with our state and with the girls' school and all the stuff. So it's been a little crazy for me to sit down at my scrap desk this month. I've been having a hard time getting there, so I'm sorry these are coming pretty late in the month, but I will have this one and I will have one more coming up next week as well, so they're coming. And hopefully in January I can be a little bit more on top of it and have a little bit more time to be able to focus on everything. But it's been a year, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. So this layout today, I'm focusing on red and yellow. And the reason I'm doing that is because the picture that I am scrapping is of In-N-Out Burger, which is a fast food restaurant that is really mainly on the west coast of the United States. I don't know how far east they have gone so far, but it's definitely not available everywhere. We were around In-N-Out Burger when we were in California, which is where I believe that restaurant has originated. And then we also had one in Tucson, Arizona when we lived there. And that came a little bit later as we were living there. It showed up and we were very excited because we loved it in California. So as I was going through some of my scrapbooks when we moved, I realized this is something that I had never documented, and it's something that I wanted to include. I think I'm going to include it in my Tucson album, because I like to include some restaurants that we really enjoyed in our different states that we are living in. You know, being a military family, we are moving around quite a bit. So I want to include, places we go and things we do and places we eat and just kind of some of our favorite things, especially if it's something you can't get everywhere. So this is definitely one of those restaurants that I wanted to document, and I realized I had never done that yet. So when I'm done with this layout, it's going to go into one of my Tucson albums. So it'll be good. Okay, so what have I put down? I cut down some paper, and I just grabbed a red chevron and a yellow pattern. I don't know what that pattern is called, from my stash, and I cut down 2 different size pieces, and I used some distress ink to ink the edges of them. I believe I used black soot, and then placed those down so they look a little bit blocky. And then I had some yellow washi tape and some red and yellow tickets there. And the tickets are just purely for the color. And then I had a red tag that I put some twine on, some thickers there as well for my title. And then I'm going through Nicole's die cuts, and I grabbed some of the red ones that I printed out for this month. And then I'm going through the ones I printed out for last month as well, because I knew I had yellow cameras and I had some yellow labels. So I'm going to mix and match a little bit from the stuff that I pulled for last month as well. So I'm going to do a little bit of both. Now for the red, I'm going to grab a couple of red labels here. I'm going to definitely use this one. This is one of the larger ones that has kind of a notched edges. And then I'm going to use this rectangle one here as well. So I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on both of those. And then I'm going to use these viewfinders. I believe these are 1.5 inch viewfinders here. I'm going to use 2 of the same color because I'm going to use them on 2 different areas. And I'm using my 1.5 inch punch, not super successfully. I had to cut it out. I don't know why I was trying to do it straight from there. That wasn't going to work, Sarah. But my 1.5 inch punch was perfect for these. So. And then I'm going to cut a yellow label as well, a square one from last month. And then I will also use some of these red letter stickers to spell out something very specific about In-N-Out Burger, which will be almost like a little subtitle. And then I will use a couple of yellow cameras as well on this layout, the sketchy cameras that I really love. I love those sketchy cameras, so I'm going to use a couple of those here. And I'm just using my scissors, and I'm cutting all of these out. Just cutting off all the excess here. So, yeah, we have been dealing with a lot of changes lately, especially this month with our state. You know, we live in Rhode Island right now, and our state is on a pause, and that pause has been extended another week now. So, you know, Layla's gymnastics have been canceled, so she was bummed about that. The girls did distance learning at home for a week. We're going to be distance learning again right before Christmas break as well for a few days. We actually have a storm coming this week as well that we're kind of gearing up for. So we're kind of expecting that maybe school might be canceled the day that the storm hits too. We're not quite sure yet, but we're gonna have to see how it all goes. But a lot of changes happening, so things are just kind of getting rearranged, and you know, it's hard to make plans right now because, well, number one, we can't really go anywhere, and we're not going anywhere. So it's not even outside plans. It's like plans for, you know, scrapbooking and doing things. And it's harder for me to do it, you know, when the girls are home doing school. It's not really the best time for me to be trying to scrapbook because, you know, I need to kind of be around for them in case they have questions or need help or something, which they have a few times. So it's been a little interesting. I will say that the distance learning has not been that bad, and not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The teachers have been amazing. They have really been on top of communication and making sure the kids know exactly what they need to do and when, and all that. So like, huge kudos to the teachers here. They are really, really, they were really good about all that. So the girls were never really confused about what they had to do. So it wasn't as stressful as I thought it was going to be when we found out that they were going distance learning for a week. But yeah, so we'll see how the rest of this break goes. But I think we're all kind of definitely just ready for Christmas break, just so that we don't have to worry about anything. And my husband will have a break too. My school is done, so I've already graduated and everything, so I don't have any school to worry about at all either, which is nice. So okay, so I'm putting down my die cuts here, and as you saw, I kind of cut my labels in pieces, and I'm using a little bit on each side. So I just like having that little extra detail come out. So in the label on top just now, on the red one, I wrote Tucson, Arizona, because that's where this picture was taken. And I'm writing about how we were very lucky to be around In-N-Out Burger, both in California and in Arizona, and the food is so good. I really do love In-N-Out Burger. Very delicious. And then I used the red letter stickers from Nicole to spell out animal style along the bottom, because that's what those fries are right there. It has like the onions and the sauce on it, and those were the best way to eat those fries. They were so good. So I have these stars here. They're transparent stars from Freckled Fawn. They're colored in, and I'm using 2 red and 2 yellow from here. I've had these in my stash for so long, so it was nice to use a couple of those here. And then I am going to grab a couple of enamel dots here as well. I'm going to grab some yellow. I'm just going through to see. I thought about those hearts, but they were more on the pink side than red, so they weren't going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these yellow enamel dots, and I'm going to use a couple on here. And then that's going to complete my layout, guys. I really, really like the way that this one came out. I hope you guys did too. Please let me know if you have any questions, and make sure you go check out Nicole's store. I will have her store linked down below, and then also a coupon code for 10% off anytime you order. With that code, you get 10% off your entire order, including classes, so make sure you do that. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye.